Now my partner, right, smart guy, he can resist a little bit. Here, right, he's not gonna expose this arm at all, he's hiding it. Yeah, right, I'm not gonna get it from back there. Okay, he's not gonna tap to just my pressure. So, my next move here is an arm bar. And it's a little hidden arm bar. I think a lot of people don't see it, but it's great because look at where his arm is. His arm's almost always there. Look where his elbow is. My foot or my thigh is underneath his elbow. This is very good. This hand is exposed. Now, I need to be able to put some pressure on in order to finish. I often am here. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to bring the knee in. It doesn't need to come underneath. Just a little bit in. And now, this leg, I'm going to lift my hip a little bit. And this leg is going to go for his head. And look where his arm is. Now I'm just going to pull my heel in. Just sit back. So I sit back, hips. Really powerful arm bars. You notice, even if it doesn't work. So, anytime I have a good overhook, and I want my knee under his shoulder, his elbow on my thigh, the inside of my thigh. From here, I can help myself with my arm if I need to, or I can just grab here, this other leg. Over the top, pull the heel. See, the arm bar is already there. I'm just going to sit back a little bit. Back, and now hips. Again, be very careful, it comes on quick. And I'm squeezing my heel. Because he's going to want to go inside here to get this out, right? Pull back. So I'm squeezing my heel this direction.
Tipping points I have to watch out for?
In terms of falling back? Yeah, so the key is, a lot of times, I don't want to do this. I'm going to come until when I feel the hand go tight. Don't go back so much with my shoulders. I go back with my elbow, and now my hips go forward. Right? So try to tip me. Try to tip me. Right? It's very hard. And notice. See, we'll get there. But this hand then, you should see that I have an opportunity here as soon as he starts pushing. But the key for me is let's just work the arm bar down. So here, the overhook, I'm putting pressure. He's hiding this arm. He's not letting me get to it. So bring my knee underneath a little bit if I need to. This leg, top, pull the heel in. Not that way, this way, sort of towards my own hip. Now, elbow back. When I feel that it's tight, hips, and I lift. Again, comes on very quickly. It's a really powerful arm. Okay? See it again? Don't tip back. As I said, elbow, then hips. Right? You can see. Right? My leg's not there. How much movement I can generate. If his head doesn't move. Okay, try that. On three. 1, 2. We won't spend any time on this, right? And then here. Right? As I said, if his head is too big or you're having trouble getting around, I can use this arm to kind of bring this in. Here, oftentimes his defense, he's going to try to lock his hands together. Right? Yeah. Right? I don't want to let him actually do that. But I can actually break it too if I need to. But when I see this hand starting to come up, accept it. Look how far it is from the body. You don't need to practice that. But again, be aware. This hand is often how I'm going to be waiting for him oftentimes. Right? So my elbow, and I'm waiting. So I'll keep his hand out, and as soon as he starts to try to help himself, turn hips. Questions? Good? Okay. The next thing. So again, I'm here. Oftentimes, right, the way he defends is his defense here is he needs to put this elbow to the ground. Right now, I'm never gonna lose. I mean, unless he's a lot weaker than me. But this, no way. So now I have to switch to a different hand. Again, if this hand is here, I might try to go for it. He's often going to lock his hands. Right now, it's very hard. He's framing. I can't climb. It also affects how much pressure I can put on. He's in a much better position now with this frame. I'm not going to break this. I can't do this. So I need to switch to something else. I'm going to go outside hand. Just thumb in here. Now, the whole time here, what does he want to do? He wants to turn into me, right? That's what we're always taught. Right? If he has a nice frame, so he thinks he can turn into me. As he turns in, I'm going to come here, and now this outside leg is going to go over his head here, head to the ground, and now I'm going to kick back, and I'm going to use the back of my hamstring. Sorry, grip. Here. Head down, and my hamstring, and I just kick up. Nice. The further he turns, notice what happens when he turns. Look at where his chin is and look at where my wrist is. That's the choke. So they're doing it. His hand is here, right, because he has the frame. Don't be careful. I don't want to kick too far out because then I'll miss his head. So I want to make sure I'm here. I'm kicking in that direction as much as I can. The more I go out, the more likely it is I'm going to miss his head. The further up he comes, the better. If I need to, I go head to the ground. Off the top, this is enough. I pull with my hand, I kick with my leg.
One more time.
Like all chokes, right, especially all chokes, you need to have a feel for where you are on the collar and where his neck is. And it depends a lot, right? I mean, I will often, right, his elbows down, that's usually where I do this. If I'm still putting pressure on, and when I pull this, look, his head's already up. Right, and so I'll just come up on my toes, step over. And here I need a nice deep grip, because he's not turned. If he turns towards me, right, he's trying to shrimp, get out. Now my grip is going to be a little too deep. Right now, as I come up, here, and I come over, I might, as I kick my leg back, let my grip go. Right, because I don't want to be too deep. But I always grab deep at the beginning because it's always easier for me to let go a little bit than to try to climb back up. It's really hard. It's very easy to slide down if I need to. So I always start with a tight grip. The tight grip is what I need if I'm going to do it just from here. I just pull back. And notice. Pull back. Heel. He's trying to escape. Boom. I let go, loosen my grip a bit, step over. So just try those two variations. One, where I'm just using my weight to pull him up. Here I need a deep grip. The other where he actually is trying to shrimp. This knee here, and I need to loosen my grip a little bit. So just try those two variations. 5 more minutes. If that's working really well, try the other side. And then we'll look at a few more, like I think we have 15 more minutes, we'll look at 1 or 2 more chokes. Okay? Just, I don't want to be here, because then the angle of my body is wrong, and it's hard for me to push my leg back towards his hips. If I'm here, it's much easier for me to keep my heel in and pushing in that direction, not out there. Right? So don't be here, here. Much more powerful. Okay. So, it's tight here, here. He might be really strong, right? Or sort of, I try to lift him up, and he's pushing so far away, I'm afraid if I do this, he's gonna push me over, right? So right, I've choked about 5 times with this choke already. He now knows. But he's not going to let me do it again. His hands are together. My Americana is not there. Remember, sort of, I'm kind of, look, he's pushing me back. I don't like that. I'm kind of out of options here. Right? If I go, I don't want to do this because he's going to pop his elbows and shrug and put his knee. So I can't return to like a regular side mount. I can try to go back here, but now again I'm a little bit low and he might pop out. Yeah. So my best option here is I'm going to bring it here and I'm going to pop up to knee on belly. Remember, say knee on belly. We're not really, the right way to do it is not knee on belly, it's really knee on chest. Because here, that's unpleasant. That's awful. But I'm
Like CPR.
Except not. Just the opposite. So, I'm being nice right now. In reality, again, I wouldn't want this here, and I would want it here. But I'm going to be talking for a bit, so. Okay. Usually, he's not going to be pushing like this anymore, but he might. Right from here, I have a whole other set of options, right, depending on if I can go here, go for an arm bar. But let's just stick, since I already have this grip, we can just stick with the easiest option for me usually here, especially if this is a little bit loose, we've been fighting for a while, is to go for just a regular kind of choke, baseball bat choke, right? So here, I have this here, especially if his legs, if he's worried about this, and if I'm pushing hard, he is going to be worried about this. I could go here, but then it might lose the position. I'm going to go right in here. And again, I lift a little bit. Don't look at my elbow is on his chest. Now, I'm going to turn my knee, and I want to get over his arm. From here, this elbow, up, down, this knee is going to go over his head. And now, this arm,
okay, on three. 1, 2, let's go.
it's a baseball bat choke. I mean, it's the same as if I was doing from guard, right? Or even, could even see this trick. Exact same thing. Right, the same choke in multiple places. Here, the key for me is, here, I usually aim to have like one fist of space. Here, his arms down. I want my elbow on his chest. And now look, my knee goes behind my elbow. And now it comes underneath and comes over the top. Look at where his arm is. And now from here, this leg is going to go right here. Head down. You also go like this if you want to. It's a pretty strong position. Even if he has an arm, this arm's not going to help him at all. So
Just a security feeling.
it's a classic baseball bat choke. Not baseball controlled like this, but about one fist in the middle. So again, in the beginning, I'm here. I have this grip. I want it to go over the top, but he's pushing me so far back. He's not lifting his head. Again, I don't want to come up here because he's going to stick his knee in. So, elbow in here to keep his legs away. And I'm going to lean on this elbow. Here. Good. Now he's going to be worried about this, especially if I'm getting in pressure. I come in here, 4 fingers. So thumb in, 4 fingers. Now, I'm usually going to come here, bring, and now I use my elbow to help push my knee over the top. Right, like I'm just a slide. Boom. And stay close. Right, as I turn, I want to stay here. I don't want to, if I do that, so as I turn, I lean on him. That way I don't lose. This hand here could be over his chin. This hand here needs to be underneath. Right? This one, even if it's up here. Sorry. Okay, last time. At speed, here.
Lean away from me. We have three positions.
Okay.
And then when you want to choke him, you just wrench him.
Just here, I might pull my elbows out. This hand is just gonna stay. This hand, I'm just gonna, don't pop your elbow. Think about pulling up as you go down with your body. So this arm,
Stay with the body.
yeah. So it needs to stay underneath the chin, and I'm pulling like this as I go down with my head. Right, the same thing. This choke here. This hand stays in place. I need to come up. I'm gonna pull. Okay. So again, I go with my head. Other questions? Okay. Okay. There's always a downside to in honor of being the UK, right? It means that you. I come under here. At this position, I have my arm bar. Here, I have my choke, right? That doesn't work. Really, I try to come here. Here, I want to be on hand. It's a nice little chain. I very rarely come to the end of it. And then there are tons of variations, right? When I'm knee on belly, this might be a little obvious. He knows what's coming. You know? I have this variation. Now all of a sudden, same choke, just a different grip. I could actually do this. He's very good. He knows it's coming. I have this. Oh, he knows it's coming. He's not going to let me grab. Whatever. Yeah. With both lapels. The same choke appears over and over again. I just disguise it differently. And it's very hard for him to keep up, especially when there's pressure. And he's defending one thing and the next attack comes and there's more pressure. And all of a sudden the same choke, just with a different grip. But hopefully that will give you some ideas. But the key, as always, in side control is weight and pressure. Pressure is what makes him make mistakes.